Hello, and welcome to Story Time with Captain Party. We're getting up there, almost done with our book. We got a few more chapters left. Today we're doing chapter 31. So, here we go. Denny's already sitting ringside in the dark, sketching on the yellow pad in his lap. 3.5 empty beer bottles on the table next to him. He doesn't look up at the dancer, a brunette with straight black hair. On her hands and knees, she snaps her head from side to side to whip the stage with her hair, looking purple in the red light. With her hands, she smooths the hair back off her face and crawls into the edge of the stage. The music is loud, the dance techno mixed with samples of dogs barking car alarms, Hitler Youth rallies. You hear sounds of breaking glass and gunshots. You hear women screaming and fire engine sirens in the music. "Hey, Picasso," the dancer says, and she dangles her foot in front of Denny. Without looking up from his pad, Denny takes a buck out of his pants pocket and slips it between her toes. On the seat next to him is another rock wrapped in a pink blanket. For serious, the world has gone wrong when we dance to fire alarms. Fire alarms don't mean fires anymore. If there was a real fire, they'd just have somebody with a nice voice announce, "Buick station wagon, license number BRK773, your lights are on." And in the event of a real nuclear attack, they'd just shout, "Phone call at the bar for Austin Letterman. Phone call for Austin Letterman." The world won't end with a whimper or a bang, but with a discreet, tasteful announcement. "Bill Riverdale, phone call holding, line 2. And then nothing. And with one hand, the dancer takes Jenny's money from between her toes, and she lies on her front, her elbows propped on the edge of the stage, squashing her breasts together, and she says, "Let's see how it turned out." Denny makes a couple of fast lines and turns the pad for her to see, and she says, "Is that supposed to be me?" "No," Denny says, and turns the pad to study it himself. "It's supposed to be a composite order column, the way the Romans made. See here," he points to something with his smudged finger. "See how the Romans combined the volutes of iconic order with Corinthian acanthus leaves, but still kept all the proportions the same?" The dancer is Cherry Daiquiri from our last visit here. Only now her hair is dyed black, and on the inside of one thigh is a little round bandage. By now I've walked up to look over Denny's shoulder, and I say, "Dude," and Denny says, "Dude," and I say, "It sounds like you've been to the library again." And to Cherry I say, "It's good you took care of that mole." And Cherry Daiquiri swings her hair in a fan around her head, and then she bows, and then she throws her long black hair over her shoulders. "I tinted my hair too," she says. With one hand she reaches back for a few strands and then holds them out near me, rubbing them between two fingers. "It's black now," she says. "I figured it's safer," she says, "since you told me blondes have the highest amount of skin cancer." Me, I'm shaking each beer bottle, trying to find one with any beer left to drink. And I look at Denny. Denny's drawing, not listening. He's not even here. Corinthian Tuscan composite archetypes of the entablature. They should let some people into the library only by prescription. For serious, books about architecture are Denny's pornography. Yeah, first it's a few rocks, and then it's fan tracery vaulting. My point is, this is America. You start out with hand jobs, and you progress to orgies. You smoke some dope, and then it's the big H. This is our whole culture of bigger, better, stronger, faster. The key word is progress. In America, if your addiction isn't always new and improved, then you're a failure. To Cherry, I tap my head, and then I point my finger at her and I wink, and I say, "Smart girl." She's trying to bend one foot behind her head, and she says, "You can't be too careful." Her bush is still shaved, and her skin is still freckled pink. Her toenails are silver, and the music changes to a blast of machine gun fire, and then the whistle of falling bombs. And Cherry says, "Break time!" And she finds a slit in the curtain, and she's gone backstage. "Look at us, dude," I say. I find the last bottle of beer, and it's warm. And I say, "All women have to do is get naked, and we give them all our money. I mean, are we such slaves?" And then he slips over the page on his pad and starts something new. And I move his rock to the floor, and I sit down. "I'm just tired," I tell him. "It seems women are always bossing me around. First my mom, now Dr. Marshall, and in between there's Nico and Lisa and Tanya to keep happy, and Gwen, who won't even let me rape her, and they're all just in it for themselves, and they all think men are obsolete, useless, as if we're just some sort of sexual appendix. Just a life support system for an erection or a wallet. And from now on," I say, "I'm not giving any more ground. I'm going on strike. And from now on, women can open their own doors, and they can pick up the check for their own dinners. I'm not moving anybody's big heavy sofas, not anymore. No more opening stuck jar lids either. Never again. Am I ever going to put down another toilet seat? Hell, from now on, I'm peeing on every seat." And with 2 fingers, I give the waitress the international sign language for 2 more beers, please. And I say, "Let's just see women try and get along without me. Let's just watch their little female world go to a halt." And the warm beer taste from Denny's mouth, his teeth and chapstick, that's how bad I need a drink right now. And for real, I say, if I'm on a sinking ship, I'm getting in the lifeboat first. We don't need women. There are plenty of other things in the world to have sex with. Just go to a sexaholics meeting and take notes. There's microwave watermelons. There's vibrating handles of lawnmowers right at crotch level. There's vacuum cleaners and beanbag chairs. Internet sites, all those old chat rooms, sex hounds pretending to be 16-year-old girls. We're serious. Old FBI gays make the sexiest cyber babes. Please, just show me one thing in the world that is what you think it is." And to Denny I say, "This is me talking," I say. "Women don't want equal rights. They have more power being oppressed. They need men to have the vast enemy conspiracy. Their whole identity is based on it." And then he turns just his head owl style to look at me, his eyes bunched under his eyebrows, and he says, "Dude, you are seriously spiraling out of control." "No, I mean it," I say. I could just kill the guy who invented the dildo. I really could. And the music changes to an air raid siren. And a new dancer struts out, glowing pink, inside some sheer baby doll lingerie, her bush and breasts so almost there. And she drops one strap off her shoulder, and she sucks on her index finger, and the other strap drops. And it's only her breasts that keep the lingerie from falling to her feet, and Denny and me both watching her lingerie drop. And that's it. That's the end of chapter 31. Victor's pissed, but he can't get over it. Boobs. He's pissed at boobs. That's sad for Victor. Well, we'll see you next time on Captain Party Storytime. And until then, you can all give yourselves handjobs.